The devil got to do what the devil does best. Let's start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rucha Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one, as you heard, the devil got to do what the devil does best. And pretty much, I was getting some reports earlier about the situation, in Arizona. Some scoop about what took place in the Arizona situation. Those individuals that vocab approached. I believe one of them used to be a part of Great Millstone, and he got his walking papers a while back. He was separated from the body. I don't really remember all the details. But nevertheless, I sent the brother a message back and said, hey, well, the devil got to do what the devil does. And then I said, you know what? That sounds like a good title for a lesson. The devil got to do what the devil does best. And I was watching this particular video here. It makes perfect sense why he was fit for the job. GMS Vegas sit down 144K, the Elder Karatazar in the Vegas camp. And I actually had put a comment here. Oh, here we go. He come on here talking shit. I did put a comment on here. I thought it was this video that I had put the comment on, because I actually put a comment because in one of those videos that Vocab did, he let's see, it was, oh no, actually it was another one where it says he's always been lying, this disingenuous, hypocritical devil Vocab Malone. And he had said in there so I got the wrong video up. Let me see if I could grab that real quick. Because he mentioned in here how these brothers or these individuals that he approached at the camp in Phoenix, which they're not affiliated with us. He actually was telling them, look, you say that black God and the black Jesus and the black Messiah and the black angels are going to come and kill all kind of people and kill the nations and all that. And the scripture that came to mind right away was Isaiah 66:15-16. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord is coming back to bring destruction and death, mass death upon the world for their wickedness. So I don't know what Bible they're reading, but the way they paint the narrative, the average person out there that's acting on emotions, they're going to do just that, act on emotions, and pretty much they're going to go with the emotional response, based off of what, he's saying. Because first and foremost, as we've been saying, beginning with Elder Pastors, these Christians do not know the scriptures. They do not know the Lord. They do not know the Most High, Yahweh Shai. They do not fear the Lord, and they do not know his plans. They don't know what he's doing, what he is about. They don't know anything about Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. So you can't base, your decision on something based on your emotions, because their emotions do not reflect proper judgment. It's not logical, But nevertheless, it is what it is. But I got some precepts I want to go through, a particular word, the word slander. I want to go into, which goes into the word devil. But before I do that, I was, Elder Pastor called me early. We talked for a little while, and pretty much Trump is on a rampage. And what I did was, on the Google in my phone, I typed in, did Nero go mad, right? So this is the AI overview that it gave. It said, according to historical accounts, Roman Emperor Nero is widely considered to have exhibited signs of erratic and cruel behavior. often described as madness, including alleged acts of murder against family members, extravagant spending, and the persecution of Christians, although the exact details of his actions are debated due to the biased nature of historical sources against him. It says key points about Nero's alleged madness: negative portrayal by historians, notable accusations, debate on reality versus propaganda. But nevertheless, there are accounts that he was a madman. He was, erratic, and pretty much this guy Trump is exhibiting some of those traits even right now. It's like there's like a lot of erratic behavior coming from him, and usually he's pretty calculated in what he says. But with that thing that he had going on with Benjamin Netanyahu, pretty much he was sounding crazy. Like he was just blurting out whatever came to his mind. It's like there was no thought put to it. He was just blurting things out as they came. And Elder Pastor pointed out that even Benjamin Netanyahu was looking at him like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So this guy is acting erratic. Like some sources reveal about Nero in the past. Nevertheless, the devil got to do what the devil does best. Now, the word devil really means slanderer. Years ago, we should say it meant deceiver, which a slanderer is a deceiver because they're telling you something that is not true, and that is deceptive. But the word devil or the name devil or the word devil really means slanderer. So, what does the word slanderer mean? A slander, the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. See? And that's what this devil does. Because there was another video that a brother put up of this Jake woman. I've seen the video before, and she's trying to get down to the bottom of, you talking about so-called black supremacist groups and, that they're these horrible individuals. And she's trying to get them to give her an example. Give me an example of any modern, it's 2021. Give me any examples today of these so-called black extremist groups that are doing all of these horrible crimes and committing all these horrible crimes. And they couldn't give her anything because it's not true. The main thing that Jake does, if Jake does anything stupid out there, pretty much they were paid to do it, But for the most part, Jake will get together and protest and talk shit, because of the conditions that they may be suffering. And they'll voice their opinion about it. But as far as actually doing something, that would be considered like a terroristic act or something like that, Jake ain't gonna do that. Jake even knows that, look, if they do anything against Esau, they're gonna get hit with the book. They're gonna get the maximum. They're gonna throw the book at them. So they know better than that. So all this stuff that these devils are doing is pretty much a smear campaign, slander, to be able to get the public on board with pretty much rolling on the ones that tell the truth. The Hebrew Israelites, beginning with, and we say it like this, beginning with GMS, because we're the ones that's really going out there and telling the people what's really going on, while others are tiptoeing or not giving you clear instructions and clear sight of what the MOTB is, which is the main prophecy that is on hand right now. All right, and I don't care what you say, whether it's a CBDC, whether it's a Ethereum, a Dogecoin, or whatever they got out there, is all going to go back to the MOTB, which is a micro CHIP, because everything that you do with the CBDCs and all that, these are all computer entries. Okay, computer entries can be put in there and they can be erased and wiped out just like that. I don't give a damn how much insurance you have on all of that. You may get partial credit back. You might get some of it back, but whenever something like that goes down, usually you ain't getting shit back, especially in these times. You know. So whether it's the CBDC coins that they go up, or the bitcoins, or whatever system they use to push this whole digital system, the point is making the money digital. All right, and that's what's coming down the pike. But nevertheless, going back to the word slander, it says the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. And this is what they're trying to do. Because when you go to a court of law, for instance, if you have a crime committed and you have witnesses that to the crime, if the witness has a criminal record, their testimony is usually thrown out because of their criminal background. And whatever they say won't be believed because of this so-called criminal stain that they have on them. So what they're trying to do is slander us, put negative charges on us, have shine a bad light on us, so that when they do roll, or when they do say, well, they committed such and such an act, the majority of the populace will believe it because of these slanders that are coming up. All right, now slander, which goes back to the word devil, or devil, which means slander. Devil says the late Latin word is from ecclesiastical Greek diabolos, which in Jewish and Christian use was the devil, Satan, and which is in general used meant accuser, slanderer. See, so these are the two: accuser, slanderer, and this goes back to the accuser of our brethren. Which what? Let's get that real quick, and then we'll come back to that word. Because when these devils accuse us, just to use us for an example, or accuse us, which is what it's talking about, pretty much what they're doing is they're putting us into categories. All right, and that's what the Greek word for accuser is. We come down here to the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them. All right, so accuser is kategoreo, and kategoreo is to accuse before a judge, to make an accusation. Just bear with me 1 second. It says to accuse before a judge, make an accusation of an extrajudicial accusation. All right, be a plaintiff, to charge with some offense. See, accuse, object. So they're using that to what? To categorize or put us into categories. And it took these devils years to be able to figure out what the Hebrew Israelites teach, because there were so many different splits, so many different groups, so many different, factions of it. And each one of them, for the most part, we teach the same thing, but there's a lot of different things that different ones of them teach. So it took them years to be able to narrow it down, to figure out what each one teaches, to give, to put into category this particular so-called religion. All right, so they are the slanderers, the accusers, and the other word is accused, which is kategoros. All right, so going back to the word devil, the late Latin word is from ecclesiastical Greek diabolos, which in Jewish and Christian use was the devil, Satan, and which in general use meant accuser, slanderer. Thus, it was a scriptural loan translation of Hebrew Satan, which Satan, or Satan, which is shaitan, which the word shaitan means adversary. All right, Satan means adversary. And when you're someone's adversary, your whole mission is to pretty much destroy them. And in this society, one way to destroy someone is to demonize them and, attack their character, so that anything else that they would say would not be believed because of the dark cloud, the slander that's been put upon the person's name. And that's what they're trying to do, to try to discredit anything that we say. But if this counsel of this work be amended, will come to naught. You know, pretty much you're fighting a losing battle. You're fighting against Yahweh Bashim Shah. You ain't fighting against us, you know? And you could keep on going because that devil ain't gonna stop. You know, he's under orders, he's under a mission, you know, and he ain't gonna stop. All right. So it says it is an agent noun from Greek diabelane, to slander, attack, literally to throw across. From dia, across, and belane, to throw. So to throw across. And what are they throwing across? They're throwing, pretty much trying to throw mud across our name, trying to bring a dark blot across our name. So what I did was I looked up the word slander, and I got a couple of precepts on that. So we're going to tackle that right now. So let's first go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and 28. And matter of fact, I started 27, and this is just a different word, but you know it pretty much brings out the same meaning, so to speak. Proverbs 26:27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will be turned upon him. Right? So pretty much you dig a pit, you're going to fall into it. You know, you roll a stone up a hill, it's going to come right back on you. So whatever you do is going to come back to haunt you. You know, the chickens are coming home to roost. You reap what you sow, so on and so forth. A lying tongue, which is what vocab has in them so-called apologists, hateth those that are afflicted by it. So by him, you know, by him slandering us and lying about us, he really hates us because we're the ones that's being afflicted by it. But the point is that he's supposed to be the so-called loving Christian that loves everybody, and he just wants to bring us back to the love of Jesus, but yet he's still slandering us and trying to paint us all on the same, you know, with a one broad stroke, one broad paint stroke, trying to paint us all and put us all in the same shelf, on the same category by the actions of one person or one or two people. You see? But then when you research the history of Christianity and the violence that comes with it, I wonder what if I was to type in Christian, you know, the how would I word it? Christians that committed crime in America or something like that. Wonder how much stuff would come up. You know? But if you type in Hebrew Israelites, you ain't going to find much unless it's something that was made up. You see? And with situations of people that they do have, some of them there was a possible affiliation. It wasn't even something that was tangible with the Jersey thing. There's a possible affiliation, you know, from what they were saying. You see? Nothing concrete. But they'll use that and say, well, see, they're all like this because they're all violent extremists. You know, they're potential domestic terrorists. You know, they're just such a threat. And all we're doing is teaching the Bible on the corner, man. Wow. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. So let's go from there to Psalms, chapter 50, and the point is in 20. I'll start at 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and that's exactly what they do. And thy tongue frameth deceit. And that's all they do. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They come out as soon as they be born speaking lies. And that's all they do. Nothing but a bunch of liars, a bunch of slanderers, a bunch of accusers. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, because we are their brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. So you slander your own mother's son. So we are brothers, but they are the wicked. So you have the word nathan, which is to give, and then the word dapya or dapaya. Just see what, you know, comes up. Just bear with me. This is going a little slow. Nathan, which is to give, you know, to put, and it says slanderous. Let me see. Let me close some of these. Hopefully I don't need them anymore. Hopefully that'll kind of free up. Slanderous, right? We looked up the word Nathan, to give or to put, dapaya or dapia, a blemish, see, fault. So Nathan is to give or to put dapaya, a blemish, a fault. So they're trying to put a blame or a fault on us. Let's see what it says here. See, ruin, destruction, because they're trying to destroy us by painting us in a bad light, which may very well be drawn from the etymology. The Hebrew interpreters explain it badly by evil report, slander. See? So it's an evil report, a slander. It's an injury to bring to ruin, to bring to destruction. And when you paint somebody in a negative light, whatever they say, most people are not going to accept because they already look bad from the lies that you told about of them. You see? It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Yeah, so the Lord ain't do nothing to you yet, vocab. But the Lord gonna get you. He gonna get you eventually, you big, fat, round, pizza-eating, devil. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. And you devils really believe that the Most High is with you. You really think that the Lord is really dealing with you. And he's not. But I will reprove thee, and you're being reproved by the prophets, and set them, the Israelites, the prophets, beginning with the elect, in order before thine eyes. And we're being set in order before your eyes, and all you could do is just slander, talk your shit. Bring false accusations. But that's okay. Matter of fact, I had this for the last precept, but I'm going to bring this out now. Romans 3:1. What advantage then have the Jew or the Israelite, or what profit is there of circumcision? So what profit is there to have the law and to have the circumcision? Much every way, yeah. Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High, yeah. Because the Israelites are the people of the Most High. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? So just because you don't believe this message, is it going to make it null and void? No, it's not. The Most High forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. And that's always standing upon the principles of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and not what some devil says. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged, right? Because at the end of the day, what we're saying is based off of what the scriptures are saying. And he's saying to the people, yeah, they're saying that a black God and a black Messiah and black angels are going to come down and kill the nations. Well, that's what the scriptures say. Why not go to the scriptures? But then when you say it like that, right, most people which are not privy to the Bible will be like, oh, sound like some bugged out stuff. Because they don't have the mental capacity to go and research that. Well, they say that the Bible says this, or they say that they teach this. So why do they teach that? And if you don't know how to maneuver around, then you ask brothers out there in the camps on the comment board. How do you say such and such? How could I prove that? So I can go research. How can I see if that's true? And be Berean minded and search the scriptures to see if those things are true. Because the scriptures say that the slain of the Lord shall be many. But he tried to make it seem like we're crazy for teaching that. But that's what the scriptures say. And that's a future prophecy that hasn't been fulfilled yet. But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of the Most High, so we're being slandered unrighteously, and they're saying that we're wicked. But the wicked things that we're supposed to be saying commend the righteousness of the Most High. What shall we say? Is the Most High unrighteous who taketh vengeance? I speak as a man. The Most High forbid. For then how shall the Most High judge the world? So we're being slandered, saying that we're teaching these things. But when you read the scriptures, what the Lord said is the same thing that we're saying. But we're making it so through the lies that's been taught about us, this truth is still going forward, right? It says, for if the truth of the Most High hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner, right? Because although we're being slandered and lied about and bearing false witness against us, this truth is still abounding. The truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is still abounding. This truth is still increasing. The word is growing. Right? It says, and not rather as we be slanderously reported, and as some affirm that we say, let us do evil that good may come, whose damnation is just. So this is the Apostle Paul pretty much being facetious We're being slandered, saying that we're evil and wicked and unrighteous. So let us do evil, that good may come. Because by what you say is evil that we're teaching you, the truth is increasing. The Lord's words are being justified in the earth. So let it be so. All right. So now let's go from there to the book of Psalms, back to Psalms, the 101st chapter and the 5th verse. It says, whoso privily slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. So the Lord's gonna cut you off, vocab. He might cut your tongue out, and he gonna roll your big fat ass somewhere. The Lord's gonna take you out, you goddamn devil. Whoso privily slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that hath an high look and a proud heart will not I suffer. So the Lord ain't gonna suffer you for too much longer. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the Most High moved on you this year. It would be beautiful. You know, because you're gonna keep talking your shit till the Lord puts a stop to it. Till Yahweh Bashem Al Shai silences you. You know, and don't think the Lord can't do it. He already hit you one time. You know, where you said you're gonna take 5 months off or whatever it was. You went into hiding somewhere. We don't know what the hell was going on with you, but something the Lord was plaguing your ass back then. But then, you know, you got out of it, and now you're back to your demonic ways. You know, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So you keep at it until the Lord opens up on your ass. Whoso privily slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that hath an high look and a proud heart will not I suffer. Because the Lord said he resisted the proud and he giveth grace to the lowly. So let's go from there to Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 18. It says, he that hideth hatred with lying lips, which vocab is doing, he really hates us. No, he don't hate you. He really loves you. Yeah, so why the fuck are you lying about us, slandering us, trying to paint us all in the same picture as one individual or two individuals, trying to make us look bad, trying to make us look like we're crazy. If you loved us so much, if the love of Jesus was in your heart. Says, he that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. And so you're a goddamn fool. And you hate us, but you hide it with lying lips. You know, I'm just doing it because I'm trying to wake them up, you know, because I'm trying to bring them back to the love of Jesus. Yo, fuck you and your Jesus. How about that? You got that fake Jesus. That other Jesus. Talking about Yahweh Shai. That bullshit you was talking with Abu trying to bring me back to that. Look, bro. No. Thank you. Been there, done that. No thanks. The word there is daba for slander, which is whispering. See, defamation. And that's what they're trying to bring. They're trying to bring defamation to us. Evil report. You know, trying to make us look in an unfavorable light. But that's okay because this truth is only for the ones that the Lord wants. And the elect are going to see through all of that. Because Yahweh Shai said, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. All right? My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. A stranger will they not follow. So you're wasting your time. You're fighting a battle that you can't win. Let's go from there to Ecclesiasticus. Boy, when the Lord gets you vocab, it's going to be beautiful. When Yahweh Bashem Al Shai opens up on you, we're going to celebrate, man. I don't drink champagne, but I'll drink champagne in that day. Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 and verse 15. It says, admonish a friend, for many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale. So don't believe every tale. So here it is. You got vocab saying all this shit. Well, fine, good. Get down to the nitty gritty of it. Is that true? Is this happening? Is everybody like that? Does every Hebrew Israelite out there act this way? You know, do they feel this way? Have they done these things? And if the answer to that is no, then why the fuck are you repeating it, you stupid fuckhead? And you people are so fucking stupid. You know, you just look for anybody that, you know, that you can hate on, and then you just start talking shit without even knowing what the fuck is going on. Dipping all in the Kool-Aid and don't even know the flavor. That's what the Lord said. Every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words I shall be condemned, and by thy words I shall be justified. So watch what the fuck you saying. And you, vocab, you better shut your white mouth. don't make us get that so-called white pastor on your ass. You better shut your white mouth. Admonish a friend, for many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale, because there's a lot of loose lips out there. And you know what they say about loose lips? Loose lips sink ships. And the looser the lips, the faster the ship sinks. Hit. Ecclesiastes 26 and 5. There be 3 things that mine heart feareth, and for the 4th I was so afraid: the slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude. And that's you unchristians, you are anti-Christians, unruly multitude, and a false accusation. That's you, vocab, false accusation. All these are worse than death. So you're nothing but a murderer, vocab. You like to assassinate people's character. You like to be smirchified. But that's all right. You know, that's all right. You do what you do best, devil. This Ecclesiasticus 27. It's the last precept I have. And 23. It says, when thou art present, he will speak sweetly. Yeah, you know, we just want to, you know, make sure that, you know, you come back to Jesus, you know, because I really love you, right? And will admire thy words. Yeah, you know. But at the last, he will writhe his mouth and slander thy sayings. How many times have we been telling you brothers out there, for how long, that this devil is not concerned about trading scriptures back and forth? You know, if you, you know, prove him wrong, he's going to believe you, and vice versa. All that devil's doing is gathering information, gathering intel to put together a narrative, to put together a dossier, to slander us, to come against us, to use against us. But some of you guys you ain't going to get that. You ain't going to get that. Here it is, all these years this devil's been out there. You fucking guys still want to fucking debate this devil vocab. You know, and all you see him doing is gathering all that information, putting it all into a category and rattling off the top. Boom, 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 boom. He's showing you what he's doing with the information you're giving him, but yet you still want to debate him. Hey, who will pity a charmer that gets bitten by a snake? You fuck around with a wild animal, you get bit or get gored by it, you know, hey, you've been warned. You know, keep fucking with that snake. You're going to find out how much of a snake that snake really is, especially a big fathead snake. Let me see what brothers got on the comment board. Brother said trash. That's right. That's right. That's right. Con is coming. Yeah. So, you know, you keep it up. Let me see. Proverbs 12 and 19. The lip of truth shall be established forever. Beautiful. But a lying tongue is but for a moment. Yeah, my man said, you're just a straw in the wind. A straw in the wind. You know, and eventually you're going to blow down the street. You know, and if you're here on the soils of America, you will be burnt when the Lord comes back. If you don't happen to be gone somewhere around the world, you know, when the Lord comes back, you're going to be burnt right here on the soils of America, because you are a fucking devil. You're going to be a roasted devil when the Lord comes back. Yep, a provocateur, yep. And shalom, you know, to you brothers out there. If there's any apostles or bishops, you know, and, you know, righteous brothers out there listening, any sincere sisters, Okay, Proverbs 15:21. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom. Beautiful. But a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Yeah. And that is folly, slandering. So, pretty much with that, this has been the devil got to do what the devil does best. And that's what he's gonna do, because that's what they do. That you if you're expecting the devil to be righteous, then you might need your head examined. You're looking at Esau, all these hundreds of years that they've been in power, and all the wickedness that they've done, and all the agreements that they've made with all these different nations, and didn't uphold any of them, and you're expecting him to change now in 2025. You need your head examined. You might need to go seek some counseling or something. So with that, I pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. To the next time I say shalom.